Ooh, testy, testy.
You are live.
Yeah, we are live.
Hello, hello.
Are you alive, Peter?
I'm alive than ever before.
I'm not sure if I'm alive. Oh, look. Yeah, we have to wait till we got live. Even though we are live, we have to wait till we got live.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. We are here at This is your class, no? Is this your class?
Yes, this is my classroom.
Usually.
Yes, I have all the classes here.
Oh, that's nice. I love it because we made these tables happen
We did.
together.
I
Yeah?
know.
Good. Okay. We got a sign that we can start. Okay. Then welcome, dear viewers. My name is Hanka. This is Peter.
Hello.
I will be here to ask you certain questions about our STEM classes. What is it, and what are we doing here at this beautiful building at Leaf Academy? Then next 20 minutes we'll answer certain questions, also your questions. Then please do not hesitate. Just type down, and we will try to look and see if there is something to be read and to answer. Okay? Peter,
Yes.
are you ready?
I am ready.
Good, very good. Peter, who are you?
So, my name is Peter, and I teach here in Leaf Academy Science in lower school, and then I teach also AP Biology in the upper school. Besides that, I'm in charge of co-curriculars and sports.
Oh, very nice. What are your interests? And you are very special. Please tell me.
Thank you.
No. You're really. I really admire you because you teach and then you do a lot of other stuff. What do you do in your free time?
So I would say that I have two main hobbies. One of them is traveling, because traveling is really helping me to understand like different cultures and also to learn a lot and then bring it to class. And the other thing is that I have started my own blog that is called Lokal Žravec, and I'm posting there a lot of information about like sustainable lifestyle and zero waste lifestyle and how to use local ingredients and so on. And that's my recent big hobby that I have.
He loves food and he's a pretty good cook. It means like sometimes when I come to the kitchen, there is always something to eat. But okay, let's talk about STEM then. Then can you explain a little bit to us what STEM means and what do you teach maybe?
Yeah. What is interesting is that before I came here, I really never heard before about what STEM is. But thanks to the work here, I already know. And STEM is basically the abbreviation of four words: S for science, T for technology, E for engineering, and M for math. So basically, STEM department actually merges these four different approaches, and we basically teach subjects that are connected to these big topics. When it comes to me, I teach, as I said before, science, which is basically merged biology, chemistry, and physics. And then I teach AP Biology in upper school.
Nice. And if you can, because we had like two major programs. We have 4-year program and 2-year program. And is there any difference between how we teach STEM classes in the 4-year program? It means you come and you spend with us 4 years. Oh my God. And how it is different in the 2-year program.
So when it comes to students who are here 4 years, it works in a way that in the first 2 years, basically they have science, they have math, and they have computer science. Science is actually merged course of physics, biology, and chemistry. And of course, I don't have capacity to teach all of these fields. So I have my great colleagues, Petya and Sashka, who are teaching this subject with me, and each of us has a different field. And then when they go to upper school, which means 2-year program, they basically choose subjects. These subjects are given by the teachers that we have here and by the syllabi actually and curriculum that we offer.
Okay, it's like, but do I understand right? In 2-year program we have AP Diploma, is it right? And what is it, and how is it different from probably like normal maturita in Slovakia or final exams in other countries?
So AP Diploma is internationally recognized graduation certificate that actually is recognized by universities from all around the world. It works in a way that students are choosing subjects that we offer. Each subject is or takes 1 year, and the subject ends with the written exam.
Okay, But and now to more exciting part. Now we know theory. Let's get the practice.
Let's do it.
Good, good. Let's do it. How do you teach?
How
What
do
is
I
your
teach?
approach? You know?
Yes, that's a very nice question. So I try to involve students a lot, and it can mean many different things. Of course, sometimes I just stand in front of the board, but I don't. I try not to do it very often. So we do a lot of experiments in the classes. We also spend a lot of classes outside of the building because we are talking to experts from different fields. We visit professional labs and we really try to connect what we teach here with real life. It also means that we do a lot of presentation, we do a lot of projects, and students are dealing with like real life issues.
Okay, give me one like your most exciting project that you have done with students.
So one of the very exciting things that we did with Petya last year, that we are teaching about human body. And of course, the topics that we were able to cover were limited compared to normal schools because we have just less classes. And we try to do it. We try to do it in an interactive way. The way how we did it is that we were connected with the Faculty of Physical Education. We went there once per week with students. Students were examining their bodies by getting different data of how they breathe, how their what is their heart rate, and so. And then we got a lot of data, and we're trying to work with those data. So we're looking for some patterns. We are comparing the males and females, those who exercise, those who don't exercise, and so. So we're really in touch with experts. They were working with professional systems, devices, and people.
Oh, amazing. Let's see. Do we have any question? No, I cannot see it there. Then okay. And when we're discussing about like how you go to to use it in the practice, when you go and I don't know meet experts, we usually discuss like applied sciences, and this is what I love about Leap Academy, that what we learn, we try to do it in the practice. Then, and this is a nice example, but do you have any other examples how we do applied sciences?
So when we are thinking about what topics we want to teach in science, we actually really chose few things compared to curriculum in normal public schools. And we really chose topics that are primarily connected with real life. And one of those topics is genetics and DNA. So when it comes to applied science, we talk a lot about genetic modifications, GMOs, vaccinations, and a lot of hoaxes that are in recent days in science, in biology, and so. And of course, we always try to connect it with evidence. We compare different types of research, and so.
Very nice. I would love to be a scientist. I'm a social scientist, unfortunately, but I could become one, no?
Yes.
I would be a great one.
Everyone can become a scientist.
Perfect. Okay, please, if you have any question, like just shoot it in. We are ready. As you can see, we are very open-minded people. Therefore, just shoot it in and we will answer it. Okay, then let's go to another topic. I think that what is very interesting on what you are doing here is that you also come with very interesting project of yours. Now, this is a surprising question from me because we have one special surprise down in the kitchen that you and Petra brought last week. Can you describe what you have brought to our offices?
So yes, I can. So we brought a life to a building. Not that we don't have enough life here, but we brought even more. And that life are actually animals that are helping us to go zero waste. And this is also part of the things we do here, that we don't only talk about things in theory, but then we also try to put things into practice. So what happened few weeks ago is that we won a composter that contains earthworms, and we finally managed to bring it to the building. So last week it was introduced to faculty and students who are running Eco Club. And now we have the composter that will help us to reduce the amount of compostable waste that is produced in kitchens.
Perfect. We'll change the climate thanks to that, no?
We'll contribute to this a bit.
Perfect. Okay, then Now to something that is not happening in most of the schools, especially in our region, is that we are trying to interconnect also other, not only subjects, but also departments. And I remember like last year I was walking around the building and like a lot of planes, like paper planes, were flying all around me. And I was like, oh, what is happening here? And it was a steel class. Can you explain what is the steel and how did you come up with this idea?
So steel is actually an innovative idea that we prototyped last year, and it was a merge of STEM department and EL department. Basically, what we're trying to do is to look at the real life challenges from two different perspectives, scientific one and also the EL one, which means basically how to make profit out of the knowledge that you have from science, or how to turn science into an enterprise that would earn you money.
Wow. Okay. Do we have any kind of these enterprises connected to the science, like at Leaf Academy right now?
So, if I remember correctly, students were introducing some kind of a program last year that would somehow decrease the amount of energy that is spent in the residence by changing the light bulbs, and so. So that was one of the connections that they made, and they did it based on the research. Unfortunately, I don't know right now how it ended, but I know they were in touch with the CEO of the residence, and they were in communication, and they were really trying to introduce all the changes that would actually help the residents to not only decrease the amount of energy they spend, but also increase the amount of money they are saving.
Good. I remember they were also constructing bridges, and that's something like they were trying like to do entrepreneurship, like engineering part on the sciences. And also I remember one enterprise that is also working right now is that's mostly for the computer sciences. They're creating the software system where we can check in and check out the residents. No, it's quite functioning. It's quite amazing.
Yes,
no?
I think that's one of the most successful projects that actually whole community is very happy about, and that's the Facebook app that actually helps the students to let us know where they are and what are their plans. So they don't have to follow like different procedures and open many different sheets, but this is just like one quick app that can help them,
like in Facebook,
that they are using anyway, and it helps them to check in, check out, to let us know where they are and when they're coming back.
Good. Now let's go to your maybe more heartbreaking activity that you're doing. No, not heartbreaking, but something that you love probably. And it's that you're very good in hiking, and you like others like to go with you on hike and torture them a little bit. No?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Then can you explain more about what kind of experiential outdoor activities are you preparing and how it works at Leaf Academy?
So we are very unique also in a way that we have a special time during the school year when we can take all the students outside of the building for more days. Usually those days are focused on really like physical activities. We did skiing last year, and this year we decided to do more hiking, and we always do it offsite, which means that we go out of the city and we spend few nights outside. This year we are going to Velka Fatra mountains, and we will be hiking. Students will be going outside of their comfort zones. And of course, we will be also exploring the region. So it's not only about hiking, but it's also about visiting museums, understanding how the people live outside of the capital city, and how the life goes in different parts of Slovakia as well.
Perfect. It's going to be cold.
It's going to be freezing.
And I'm joining you in your group. And,
yes, you are.
And that's going to be a huge challenge for me. Therefore, keep fingers crossed, because I'm not sure if I'll make it. But yeah, we can send you a message from how I'm freezing down in I don't know, in some valley along entire.
If the phone is working.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. What time is it? And do we have any questions? Not yet, but we have 5 minutes left. And I think what will be interesting maybe in this part of the video will be, can you show me more about, look, I already destroyed one, okay? What is it, Peter? Can you explain what I can see in here?
Yes, so I hope that everyone can recognize what is this model about, but it's a DNA structure. This model was constructed by the students a year ago. The great thing is that it has all the important parts that we are talking about. So I'm really using it during the classes. And what is actually very interesting that I even used it last week when I was explaining my AP Bio students some basic things about the DNA structure.
The one that I destroyed?
Like I use both. So, we have more, so we are still safe even if one is gone. So this is very helpful, and it also helps the students actually to think about molecules or different things in different perspectives. So it's not only written, but they really do things. Like it's like hands-on work, and they come up with these actually things.
Yeah, it's interesting because usually you remember things when you touch it or you recreate it. No, like it's easier
Yes.
to remember it, and also it's more fun than just sit and write down. No.
Yes, and this is not only about like doing a model, but this is about like then talking about what it means for us. Like why the DNA looks like this. What are the connections with how we look? How we can change things. What we can change about DNA.
We can show the second model that I have destroyed because I did interesting mutation. You know, yeah. What the model question can come up with the mutating of the DNA.
Yes, we talk about these things as well in science classes, that we talk about like ethics of science, and those topics are not easy. But students are actually very eager to discuss these things and these topics, even though many of them are really not easy to discuss, but they are very popular among our students.
Good.
And we have time for it.
And now, like a small sneak peek into the curriculum and what you're preparing for the next year. Is there anything that we can look forward for the next semester or the next year?
So, of course, when we do something, we always think about what worked and what didn't work, and we are always trying to improve on things. So, there is hope that we will include the VR into teaching human body this year, which would mean that we would bring experts about virtual reality to school, and the students would have a possibility to use VR for education.
Amazing.
Because we have people who do this in Slovakia. They use it in education. They use it in Faculty of Medicine for teaching. So we just want to connect it more.
I love it that sometimes at Leaf Academy, like there's so many people thinking about amazing stuff, and very innovative stuff, but at the same time, they're reaching out of the academy for cooperation. And I think that's very important because then you don't have to go and study VR and, trying to bring it by yourself, but they're really like experts coming in and helping us to do education better. Then, okay, that's perfect. And is there like anything else that you're very proud of? Either from your colleagues, what they are doing. You don't have to talk about yourself all the time. Then, like, is there anything that you're very proud of when you think about your colleagues in the department?
When I'm thinking about my colleagues, the things that I'm probably the most proud of is that all of us are incredibly motivated to work hard. And for me, this is very important because from time to time, all of us are losing the motivation. But if you see these motivated people around every day at work, it just inspires you. So for me, this is incredible, and this is one of the main reasons why I teach here.
Yeah. Oh, you touched my heart. Otherwise, like this was Peter. Peter is amazing. As you can see, he's not only a great teacher, he's not only a great colleague, but also he is a cook. He's he's doing a lot of extreme sports and is really like person with a lot of talents. We have also one question. I'm sorry, I have to take this. No, I cannot see it. Hi, my name is Ladislav. I would like to ask if STEM is a core of the whole study period. Is it specific only for some semester?
So it depends if you choose a 4-year program or 2-year program. But if you would become a 4-year if you would be part of a 4-year program, then it's a whole year course that takes place in year 1 and year 2.
Good. I hope that Ladislav understood what we were trying to say. Then let me see. We don't have any more questions, but we have a question here. How good do I have to be in STEM before coming to LA?
So That's a great question, and basically the answer is that if you're not passionate about science, we will make you passionate about science.
Wow.
So you don't have to like science, you don't have to like biology, you don't have to like math, chemistry, physics, and we are really trying hard to show the students that it can be done in an interesting way, interactive way, and those things are important. So you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to have a huge amount of knowledge about this, and you will still be able to catch up with what's going on here, and you can still be a great student.
That's it. I think we have to give people a chance. Usually when you're in the elementary schools, you don't, it's not so usual that you have very exciting science classes. No, for me, it was not like that. That's why I ended up as a social scientist.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's it. When you come somewhere else, like you can do a lot of discoveries and new explorations, and maybe you will find out that before you wanted to be a lawyer, and now you would like to be a nuclear scientist. No?
Yeah, like for me, science, and it doesn't matter if it's biology or math, but it's about curiosity. Yeah. So we are trying not to suppress the curiosity of our students, but we try to do the other thing, that we try to support it, and we encourage students to ask questions, to push back on what we are saying, not to agree with everything what we are saying, and so.
Perfect.
So this is very important for us.
Perfect. Yeah, Ladislav is writing that it's clear. Thank you very much, Ladislav, for your question. Thank you very much, Peter, for all your answers. It was very nice to spend time with you.
Thank you too, Hani. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, and maybe last information, like if you feel like you would like to try it and you would like to study at Leaf Academy, then just open the application and show us what you know, what you live for, what are your passions and strengths, and maybe you can have a beautiful classes of science with Peter, and you can meet me on the corridor. Then just do not forget, applications are open, and we'll also have more webinars. Then we'll keep you updated. Then thank you very much. Have a nice evening, and enjoy the rest of the week.
See you. Thank you.
Bye. Boop, boop. Thanks. Ending the stream.